We are servicing and repairing a half-inch Aqua Brass Thermostatic shower faucet. We've removed the thermostatic cartridge. We've removed both check stops. The check stops are the port where that water enters the valve, so there's a hot one and a cold one. Very often, all it takes is a little bit of dirt and debris or calcium or lime scale that will interfere with the screens of the cartridge and therefore throw off the temperature fluctuation as well as the control you have with the pressure, so on and so forth. So we're going to replace those components. In our next video, you'll see the components installed, and then the one after that, you'll see it when it's completely trimmed out and ready to be used. Okay, I've had this rag shoved in the wall here because anytime you pull out components from the body of the valve, there's always residual water. You don't want to flood or get any bit of water in the customer's wall, which can end up in the ceiling downstairs. So we had the new check stops in place, we have the new thermostat in place, and the screw cap is back on. Something that's very important is to flush out the water before putting the thermostatic cartridge in. It's to flush the water out. That way any bits of debris that are again release themselves from the walls of the pipe on the inside and they settle, that rush of water kind of throws them out of the valve, and then we put the new components in. We now know for sure that the new components won't again be tainted or damaged. We're going to have another video shortly when it's all finished and whatnot, but I first wanted to give another quick pointer. A lot of people, I would say most customers, and even other plumbers we've ran into, they don't understand that thermostatic systems must be calibrated. The calibration is supposed to be done by a plumber, preferably a licensed plumber, and that's done before the plate and handle go on. Now the way we do that, Sean, if you just follow me at the camera here, we're right now on the 3rd story. So what we're going to do is open the hot side on the sink faucet. What we're doing now is we're just drawing water from the water heater in the basement, making sure that we have hot water up at this level. Because if you don't make sure of that, then what happens when the homeowner wants to take a shower, they turn it on, and it's supposed to be calibrated. It's supposed to have comfortable, warm showering temperature water, but it's not. So they start messing around with the dial, and then they end up going hotter. And then by the time the hot water reaches this floor level, it ends up being too hot, and you end up putting it back down again. That defeats the whole purpose of a thermostatic shower system. You're supposed to get hot water up to this point, which we have. It's now quite hot. I can't even keep my hand under it. Once it's hot enough, we now know we have full hot water entering the hot side, full cold volume entering the cold side, and then when we turn it on, we can physically feel and calibrate the correct temperature. Then we'll put the trim back. And that way, all you have to do is advise the client, when you're finished the repair, tell them to turn it on, wait a few seconds, it'll get to that desired temperature. If they still want it hotter, there's still the option of going hotter, but they don't have to be switching back and forth throughout their shower because they didn't wait the appropriate time until they got the hot water at this floor level. Thank you. Okay, folks, here we have it. So everything's been completed here. Everything we discussed has been done. The plate has been reinstalled now. The handle, the lever, the diverter over here, which diverts from the hand shower to the rain head. Everything's back in place. Now, if you see this little knob here, this little whatever you want to call it, is facing upwards. That's when you know it's been calibrated and the handle has been installed in the correct position. So again, when you're ready to make everything kind of work, you put on the shower, like you just did, stick on the rain head, and then what you do is, if you, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you come to this faucet here, and as soon as I feel this is hot, it's already getting hot, here we go. As soon as I know this is scalding. Now the reason why I use the lavatory faucet, the sink faucet, is because it's not a mixing valve. So I can determine that I'm getting isolated hot water at this point, so I know it's hot water here. So now when I come back to here and I'll feel the water coming out of the rain head, it's perfectly warm. It's the greatest showering temperature. The customer can still go hotter if they want. They just turn that dial that way. Or they can go colder, again, by turning the dial the other way. But this is the desired showering temperature, which is preset. Shut that off. And there you have it. Thank you very much for watching this.